Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Off the Hip with Macha and Lori. Hey,
Hey,
Macha.
hey, hi
All right,
Lori, hi guys.
let's get the lows out right off the bat. We have Rip It, we have Siegel, we have the lovely Jasmine. And let's see, was that the fourth? Yep. Okay, so we got everybody right now. We're a little late. My dogs were barking. Tim had to take the little ones to the vet for their monthly checkups. So we got a little behind, but here
Mm,
we are.
Better late than never.
Hey, Jeffrey. The
Mm,
only bad thing is usually four is a perfect time because it's in between dinner time and hey, Captain, see, cooking.
Yep.
With
Okay.
me
Yeah.
running a half hour late, we know that we put everybody in a bad spot, so we might not have as many as we usually do. Hey,
Mhm.
Michelle, and we don't blame people for not being able to be here because of cooking and families and everything else. Hey, Vinny,
Right. Hi,
appreciate you guys.
hi, Vinny. Hi, Michelle. Captain Jeffrey.
Hey, Sean.
Sean.
All right, guys. Maka's got a sore throat. Hey, Janie and Denise.
Hey, Janie.
Maka's got a sore throat, so she won't be talking as much. She's so talkative. She overtakes the show every week. You know that. Hey, Sunflower. So she might not talk as much. When you see her muted, it's because of her throat. So, and if I'm muted, it's because my dogs are barking. So we're gonna let you know what our secret is. So if you see one of us muted, there's a reason. So we're going to do something a little different today. We are literally going to be off the hip. So I've got a few things to talk about and get me and Maka to talk about, but then we always are going to be off the hip. So whatever the chat direction you want to take us in, you put your suggestions in the chat, you make a funny comment, and we're going to play off of the chat today.
Mhm.
Sound good, Micah? Off the hip.
Sounds good to me. Yep. Hey,
All
Ribbit.
righty. Hey,
Hey,
Victoria.
Victoria. Hi.
So we talked about we know me and her had a good New Year's. I hope everybody else had a great New Year's.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Hey, Chad, I'll tell you,
Hey, Chad.
Micah, people saw me laughing for the first time in a long time last night on a live, and I'll tell you why. Af- I was true to myself, and I'll tell you what, these 3 days of just making it about fun and not caring has been amazing to me. It's like a
Mm.
weight off my shoulders.
Oh yeah.
So I'm still going to slip and fall. I'm not perfect, guys. So I've never claimed to be like this moral high ground everybody needs to look up to. I'm going to slip and fall, and I'm going to make big mistakes too. Hey, Claire.
Right.
But I hope you guys will help me keep me in check and be like, Lori, even Fusion last night, he teased me. He said, Lori, how's staying out of the drama going? I just went over there to show support to everybody. And when it got into the drama, I left. But I do want to still support everybody. I'm still going to come to your channels. I just
Right.
don't have to engage. I know I'll probably be attacked for being in channels. I don't care because it's about supporting people who, are good people and who support us too. And
Exactly.
that's what it's about.
Yep.
So just because I'm not in the drama does not mean you lost me as a friend and you lost me as a supporter. I'm still going to show support.
Mhm. You can
So,
support without, like interacting, like, with the drama stuff. You can
yeah.
keep it separate.
And you could still all come to me and talk to me when, you've got stuff that you're just built up and you want to talk to me. I'm still going to be there for you guys. Don't even think I won't be there. Hey, J Jack, listen to your last song. I mean, you're killing it, J Jack. That album that you guys are putting. So, hey, Mob Rat. So last night was funny, Maka. Did you get to watch the whole live?
I've not got to finish it yet. I started watching it this morning and I've kind of like been going in and out.
We have never gone 4 hours. Well, sisters, we ended up going three. She has to work very early. I don't have to work till I pretty much set my own hours because I work from home. So
Right.
I always try to do like about 11 to 3 is when I do my hours. So that's why you don't see me on the internet usually between 11 and 3 and sometimes I'll do the morning so I get it out of the way. But it was funny. It started off as sisters. We did a little because Sin was up there. We had Triple T up there. We had Vinny. We had Menace. So it went off the rails in the beginning.
Right.
I brought it back to the questions. We did our round table of questions. And then it just went off the rails because the stuff we were talking about, hey, Mud Digger, hey, Carl, we actually
Hey,
were
Mud.
making
Mud.
Menace turn green on camera. His facial. So we just kept rolling. I don't know if people remember when I first came on, the stuff I would talk about from the Urban Dictionary. And we just
Mhm.
talked about, because you know what? We're grown-ups. If you can't
Right,
talk about sex in a general way, I'm
right,
never going to ask a man, hey, how big are you? Or do you do this? That's not, I don't want that. I have a man. That's where my business is at. But we can troll each other and rag each other.
right.
Man, Sin was going from talking about eating booty, and we were talking about butt plugs because it started over in the den with Luna. Menace's face, then it was somehow we ended up on Red Wings. And Menace was about to throw up. He was so green in his faces and stuff. I mean, the chat, there was about 40 people at first, and that we kept between 40 and 50 for the majority, and then but they were laughing their asses off. People were coming in, people were being told to come over, and they're like, what the hell did we walk into? And I mean, the chat was just lit with laughing, and they're like, this is what we needed, and I'm like, that's what it was about.
Right,
And we kept telling people, this is just for entertainment purposes. Nobody, Tim was joking that I go and I find his stash of money. I look for his hiding places. He has to hide money because I'm going to steal it and give it to our grandson. Now, come on, guys. Tim can do everything he wants to do. I don't ever take his money. I've never stolen his money and given it to our grandson. It's just we're just trolling each other, but some people have to take it so literal, and it's like, dude, we've been
oh, yeah.
married 27 years, we're going to clown each other. It's called
Oh,
having fun.
right,
And that's what I'm bringing back, is I'm not going to be afraid. If I want to talk about sex generally, or we all want to, whatever the chat brings up and we want to go off the rails, that's what it's about, is having fun.
right. Exactly.
All right, we had some people come in. We got
Oh,
Loki. Hey, Loki. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Motivated. Hey, Airborne. How you doing? Hey, Mud Digger. See, Mud Digger was in here. I think Airborne
uh,
even came in and like, what the hell did I step into? And then they were just laughing their asses off. I think Mob Rat even came in last night a little bit, didn't you, Mob Rat? So I'm glad and everybody had a good time, and that's what it's about, and that's
right,
what I'm going to do. Is I don't care what the conversation. If you drop something in my chat, you know what? It's going to be interaction with the chat, unless I have a specific show like what we're doing today. We're interacting with the chat. We said for a topic
right.
because your throat's hurting. Hey HBR. Hey Neville. How you guys doing?
Hey, HBR. Hi,
So
Ribbit.
yes, and we did
Loki.
talk. Maka, do you remember about 6 months ago, and it went around the whole community? Hey, Kata and Corliss, the
Hey,
joke
Kata.
about hashtag clits are
Yes,
dicks.
yes.
And it went all over every community. It was in fusions. They were laughing. Everybody was still talking about it. Got brought up again last night.
Oh, no.
And it just was so funny. HBR was on the panel last night till he lost connections. And I mean, we were talking about Tic Tacs and the flavor in your mouth. I mean, it just went so crazy.
Oh, Lord.
Holly was laughing, Joe was laughing, we were trolling each other. It was just a fun, and we ended up going for almost 4.5 hours, Maka.
I noticed that when I was which I can't wait to watch it. I finished watching it, but
I
I
was
noticed that I was like, "Oh my gosh, they went almost I can't believe they went that long."
I was laughing so hard, my mouth cheeks were hurting, and I kept, and the way the chat and the talk was going, I was like, my cheeks hurt. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not even going to say my cheeks are hurting because they're going to go somewhere else with that.
Right.
Um, yeah, it was a fun night, and I promise many more nights like that. It might not be as crazy as that. It could be a different, but it's going to be all fun and laughing, and
Right,
that's my goal. So
right. Well, that's what a lot of people are on here for, is for laughs and to have fun and enjoy, just to get away from life sometimes. It's nice.
that's what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be about fun and laughs, and and yes, even fun trolls.
Right,
Troll each other for fun. Sometimes people get out of line. You know,
right.
handle it. But other than that, let's get back to what it was, the purpose of it was. And so I had some questions I wanted to ask you and the chat.
Okay.
Has there ever been a New Year's resolution that you made that you found that after the very next day, after you made your New Year's resolution, that you had no intention or didn't have the energy or the drive to complete it or even start it?
Uh,
Hey,
Eat
Corliss.
healthier.
Hey, Wes. So, okay, so eat healthier. Okay.
Eat healthier, yeah. After the first, probably 2 or 3 days, "Nope, ain't happening this time."
All right, we got one. Okay, never made one. Denise said yes. Ripet said quit smoking. Hey,
Mhm.
Jay. Me, I used to make them all the time, and I would do my best to follow through. Tim used to make them. We used to make them with the children, like packs with the children. And
Right.
I noticed you could try really hard to do it,
Mhm.
but life, honestly, life gets in the way.
Yes. Yeah, that it happens, like, I mean, you set goals, like, working, like, the most common ones is working out, losing weight, uh,
No smoking
no
anymore,
smoking.
drinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, KJ, long time no see. Happy New Year's.
Hey. But it just you can't I mean, it's hard. You get things that come up, I mean, dieting anymore, it's hard to diet, to actually eat healthy, healthy. I mean, because the prices of everything has went so high, so, you got that, and that kinda throws you off, and then if you have kids and, they want snacks, so, you're gonna have snacks in the house, there's always a temptation somewhere.
Hey, Justice. Well, when did you stop deciding to make resolutions, period?
I would say it's probably been say probably about 10 years ago, I quit making them because I've never accomplished one, so I just gave up. But, yeah.
Hey, Socks and Spencer.
What about
For
you?
for me,
Mm,
I'd have to say we quit once the kids got became adults.
mm,
So quite a while. I'm not going to put their ages out there, but yeah, quite a
right,
while. And then when our grandsons were born, especially this, ours that we have here, because I helped bring him into the world, cut his cord. I've been there from the beginning. My New Year's resolution was that I would have that baby's back 100%, always try to do what was right for him over my own wants and needs,
mm,
no matter what the cost, and that I would die or kill for that baby.
right,
And I have kept my word. I've never had to die or kill for something for him, but I have made sure he was always put first. So, hey,
right.
Rachel.
Hey, Socks. Hey, Rachel.
So we make our resolutions to always be the best grandparents that we can for him and to give him all of us when he's with us, period.
Right. Oh,
So, yeah, but Justice got a headache. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Justice. I'll tell
uh-oh.
you, I used to have medication from the doctors, and my mom hooked me up with the over the counter Excedrin for migraines. That stuff is amazing. It's better than the prescription.
Mm. I can't take Excedrin.
All right, Wes. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. HBR, he got pissed off. He's pissed off at YouTube because he can't ever post. They remove his comments.
Uh-oh.
They don't like his tic tac. And
Hey,
he said
Faye.
he's literally a flavored tic tac, he'll tell you. Hey,
Uh-oh.
Landon. So I don't know what flavor. I can't remember what flavor he said, but yeah. So he put a flavor out there last night for the
Uh,
ladies.
uh-oh.
HBR's got the best flavored Tic Tacs in the world. See, Michelle does Excedrin for migraines too. So,
Uh,
and I know Loki uses them too.
uh,
So they tell you only two within a 24-hour period, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes I'll take the two and I'll wait 2 hours. And if I still got that migraine, I'll take another two and it does work. Hey, Ford
mm, huh. Hey, Ford.
and Corliss, if we forgot to say hi. All right. So is there anything that you want for yourself, personal, not like relationships yet? This is for you. Is there
Right.
anything in the chat and Maca that you want for yourself for this year that you haven't done yet?
Mm, that we haven't done yet. I
that
would
this is your
say,
year
like, would you say like personal or something like
for you
more
personal, a goal,
personal?
something that you want to do for yourself that maybe you've always been putting off, or now I'll ask you about the other stuff in a minute, but
Okay,
personal, because
personal.
like we got somebody who wants to um, have a happy birthday for themselves in
Yeah,
February,
could
uh,
see that.
stuff like that. So something that you want to do for yourself that maybe you've put off all these years for others, or something that you felt that maybe this year is the year that you need to do something for yourself.
Right. I would have to say something along those lines. It would have to be able to, I know some people would probably say this is silly, but to take a vacation and like actually go somewhere. Not been anywhere in, gosh, it's been years since been on a vacation somewhere. So I would have to say that would probably be my goal or my something I would like to do for myself.
Okay. We saw people want to go see family they haven't seen in a while. Victoria wants to go to an Outlaw Nation event she hasn't done. Rachel wants to make more time for her friends and travel.
Mhm.
Hey, Mustard Squirrel, thanks for coming in.
Mustard.
So those are all some good ones. For me,
Yeah.
between having my grandbaby every day for the last 5 years, and then now I have got time on my hands. And oh, Michelle wants to go back on dates with her husband. We actually all our dates took the baby with us, or our kids when they were with us. We didn't do a lot until after our kids grew up, but then we did travel a little bit together, and we always went on dates until our grandbaby was here. So I personally would like to go back on another cruise with my husband.
Uh-huh.
Another place where we haven't been. Hey, Drew, I do have to do more visits to my family. My dad
Right.
has came to me a couple times, quite a few times in the last few years that I haven't been able to travel. My sister, my mom, and my stepdad. Um, and I don't get to see them as much. So now that I have the time, I need to make the time because Tim goes with Outlaw Nation on a lot of stuff.
Right.
So I don't. I stay with the dogs, but um, we have a vet who's a friend of ours, also a friend. They said, you know what? If you want to go on these vacations, we'll take the babies for you.
Right.
So we now have somebody. Hey, WSP. So that's my goal.
That'll
Let's
be
see.
nice.
Kata wants to have another 1,000 years with her husband. Hey, Jasmine.
Mm.
Um,
Hey,
Landon
Jasmine.
wants to live till 25. You're past 25,
What?
man. I celebrated your birthday with you on your panel. Get out of here, Landon. Maybe get those old cars of yours running. How about you do that? That should be your goal. Something
Oh,
about mustard and music. Does mustard do music?
does it?
I don't know. I'm trying to. Somebody said
Let's
something
see.
about. Do you have anything about your music? Or Mustard said vacations and Mustard. Is there something about music that you do that we missed? Yes, Jasmine, it is. So, but
Oh.
that's not my concern, and I'm staying out of it. And yeah, that's between everybody. Oh, you don't? Okay, Mustard. I just saw somebody ask if you had a channel in music. Hey, JM, thanks for coming by and showing support. We appreciate it a
Hey,
lot.
Jam. Hey,
So,
True.
Landon said maybe get married this year. Siegel saying he prefer mustard over ketchup. See, they're teasing me because I do not pour ketchup all over my steak. I dip. I'm a dipper, guys. I dip my steaks into ketchup. All right. Hey, Purple. So we got Justice wants to work on her art this year for herself. Okay. Denise wants to publish poems. Spencer does mustard with fries. Okay. All right. Now, is there a goal for the chat and for you, Maka, that in your relationship that you want to do, that you have in mind that this is the year that for your relationships that you want to do? And if you guys are single, is there a goal that you want to have, like going into a relationship or something? Uh-oh, there's my nephew. Hey, Sin.
Hey, Stan.
So on that, see, Michelle eats ketchup on her steak too. So you guys, I told you there are a lot of women who like to dip their steak in ketchup. Just gonna say, And you all saw I make prime rib, I make fillets, and yes, they're cooked perfectly. I've shown you can cut them with a butter knife. And you know what? I'll still dip it. I'll still do a little dip, dip, dip. All right. So in the chat and Maka, on a relationship standard point, do you want to have a relationship, find that person, or if you're in a relationship, what are your goals for this year, or what you not goals, because goals, is there something that you thank you, Jasmine, that you would want to do relationship wise this year?
Honestly, for me, there's nothing in that. I think we've been together for so long, it's just kinda don't really have anything.
Okay. For me, hey T Dam, my beautiful hubby. She says she can't read the chat at the moment, but she's listening and wanted to show
Oh,
support to you, me in the chat.
well, hi,
Okay,
T-Dam.
Rachel wants more alone time and dates. Uh, Justice wants a rocker guy. She don't date clean cut men. Well, damn, she's telling me my man's ugly then. Okay, Justice. I hear that Tim's not good enough for you. I got you.
I think every girl likes a little bad boy.
What you've seen, Tim ain't like all sugar and spice. You know what I mean? He's got that spice. He's a bad boy. You guys just don't know that kind of bad boy like I do. But
Right,
you know, he can be bad if he has to be, but he does. He is a good guy, and there's so many stories I could put out there, but I don't want to embarrass, and not in embarrassment like in a bad way, but I don't want him to be blushing because he don't like making it about him like I don't.
right,
I hadn't dated or been with someone in 4 years. I know, Denise, you took a bad loss, and I'm sorry for that. But you know what? He wouldn't want you not to be out there.
right. He'd
Socks
want you
likes
to be
older men.
happy.
Way older men. Okay, Socks, I
Oh,
get you. You want the mature ones. You don't want to be playing games. You want somebody already established and know who they are. HBR wants boobs other than his own to play with. Okay, I got you.
I never had luck with older guys.
I like guys my own age. Okay. I went on. A guy asked me out, and we went on a date. He didn't look to be an older guy. He was pretty fit. Hey, Janet, how you doing? That's right. 16
Oh,
years. Congrats,
thanks,
Janet. Me
Janet.
and Tim have 27. So I find it funny when people say, oh, we're on the rocks. We're not good for each other. We got 27 years. Heading into June will be 28 that we've been together. Not married 27. We've been together
No,
almost 28 years. So
that's me and my husband. We've been together total on New Year's Eve. I always forget. It was 18 or 19 years. I think it's 19. I can't remember. Oh, I'm
hey,
always a
tactical.
year. But yeah,
See, JM has been
total together.
26 years in June, together 27. See, that's where
Yep.
we are, JM. I know Roland's the same with me and Tim. We even have the same actual wedding anniversary with Roland. JM's
Oh,
got 26 years in June. See, we will have 28 in June. So we've been together 27 years right now, almost 28, married 26 and a half. See, there's a lot of us. I know Mike's been
mm,
married a long time. Kata has been with her guy for a long time. Meg, we got Janet News, who said her naughty 16 years. So, you know what?
right.
I'm going to say this. I congratulate everybody who has been lucky to find that right person. And you all know, you can tell these people who are single or divorced that marriage is hard work
Mm,
because you change. Everybody has different likes and you're going to change over the years. But if you truly love each other and being able to work through the bad and all the good, because it's marriage is up and down like a roller coaster. You've got
yeah.
the good, you're going to have some bads, but you
Yes.
hang on. And if it's love, you can get through it.
Hmm.
And so I salute all of us who have put in that time and didn't take the easy route. Now, I'm also going to salute people who did get divorced because it wasn't working and you didn't just stay and take the
Hmm.
easy way out, because I've been divorced too. He was
Yeah.
my best friend, but I just didn't feel the passion that
Right.
we had. And I knew I wasn't going to stay married if I didn't feel that. So I do salute people who have to go through there, people who left a bad situation for their
Mm,
safety. I salute y'all. So it's
yes.
not just marriages. I do salute people who know that they can't do a relationship and have been single.
Hmm.
So, you know what? Kudos. It
Yeah.
takes all kinds.
Hmm. It's I know
So,
several people that they've never been married. I mean, they just have, boyfriend or girlfriends, they date, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yep,
they've never been married. They said they're just better off single.
yep.
They like living alone and, being able to do as they please.
They've got their quirks, they've got their stuff that they know they just, so you know what? I salute them all because at least you know what you are. They're
Mhm.
smart mouth. I haven't seen you in a while, smart mouth. So hello. He likes having a different woman on the
See?
weekends.
There you
That
go.
and you know what? You know that that's your personality and you're not married doing cheating on your wife. So you know
Mhm.
what? I salute that too. Like I said, it takes all, and I love being married to Tim. He's
Mhm.
my best friend in the whole world. Everybody has seen I've had his back. I always will have his back, real life or not. Um, and like I said, I know the real guy off YouTube and on YouTube, and he's truly. You guys think he's a good guy? Let me tell you, I can 100. This man is my hero, and not just military. He's my hero. So,
Right.
see, I was too, Rachel. I always said, did you know you were always going to get married, Maka, from the beginning? Like when you were growing up, like I want to get a husband.
Yeah, I did when I was a little girl. You know how you always, you dress up and have quote unquote your little marriages and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah. What about you?
No,
Really?
I grew up watching, my mom get a divorce. I watched everybody around us, our neighbors and stuff, and I knew I wanted to be a police officer by the time when I was 13. I literally, no, honest to God, I've already put this out. Watching Miami Vice, and of course Don Johnson.
Mm.
I knew I had never seen somebody look that good in real life of the cops I ever met, but I was like,
Right.
I can see my that I knew what I wanted to do at 13 from that show. And so I started, learning how to wrestle. I learned how to fight. I learned, I started lifting weights. My dad put me on regiments of lifting weights. Being six, at that point, we didn't know I was going to be 6'1", but I was already, when I hit 10, I was already like 5'5" at 10 years old. So we kind of figured I was going to be big. So my dad waited till at 13 when I knew. Um, and as soon as, because you got to wait before you start before my dad told me to wait till puberty only because that way I wasn't starting something and I didn't have the muscles or this, you know what I mean? He wanted me to
Right.
wait, make sure. So by the time I was 15, he put me on my regiment, made sure I was wrestling, learning how to use my fist like a man. I went so that I could punch and box. So, I wasn't that typical hide behind. And I just didn't want kids or nothing. And then one day, um, I'm actually at a skating rink and I get bumped into and I dated. I like boyfriends. I had lots of boyfriends, but I just never wanted to get married. And then he changed my mind. And then I'm not going to say when, but after I
Right.
graduated high school and started college, I was going to join the army, but at that point I got married and he was military. So I just started school and then we had our baby and then we separated and I signed up for the army to take care of my son without needing a man again. And that's the beginning. I never thought I was going to be a wife. And here I am 27 years into one. And it's one of the best things I ever did.
Yeah.
So had my children and then was blessed. Being a mom was great, but being a grandmother, oh, let me tell you, grandmother bypasses being a mom by a million guys. Spoil them, send them home to daddy or mommy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So, but and you really don't do that. People say, "Oh, you spoil them and send them home." No, you don't, because you don't want them to get in trouble when they go home. So, well,
Right.
hello, Charlie. Welcome, welcome.
Hi,
But
Charlie.
so I never had goals to be married. And then I ended up married. So we got people who said they thought about it. Oh, so Denise was 5'8" by the age of 12. Okay. So there's mixture. There's people who
Right.
thought about being married, wanted to be married, some who didn't, and then ended up married. So, well,
Well,
Denise, how tall are you? If you were 32 inches long when you were born, you out, hey, Kay,
oh, hey, Kay.
so you're 32 inches. I came out weighing an awful lot, but I was not, but like 20 and a half inches long. My son is 6'4", and he was only at 21.5 inches at birth. So 30 inches is a big baby. You must be like 7 foot tall.
Mm. That's
You
I was
make
a
me look
fat baby,
small.
but I was short.
I
I
was a
think I
fat baby.
yeah, I think I weighed, like, almost 10 pounds, I think it was when I was born.
See, I was a 10 pounder, and when I was 3 months old, I had like four chins
Oh,
till I started walking. Then my mom said I never stopped. I just kept going, and
yeah.
I never been, like that again.
Oh,
8 pounds, 13.5 ounces. Okay. By the time I hit high school, I was already at 14. I was taller than a lot of the guys, except for the ones that were on the basketball team. And then I had already hit 6 foot by the 10th grade, 11th grade, and then 6'1". I Because we usually stop growing about, I think it's like 2021. I hit just shy of 6'1" by 19, and then I've stopped. I'm frozen, and I was
mm,
so mad. I'm the baby. I get called the midget of the firstborns in our family.
oh,
Out of all the firstborn children in our family, I am the smallest. I get teased as the midget firstborn. I am the
oh,
shortest at 5 foot, or at 6'1". So
oh,
yeah, or 6 foot. What is it? Um, every 12 inches. I don't even remember exactly what they call it. I'm like 73.5 inches tall, or
oh,
72 and a
that's
half inches tall. So I'm like 6 foot. I'm just shy of, they told me.
oh.
So I was like, if I poof up my hair just a little bit, and they're like, no, they flatten it down. So, but
You
even with
can't
my hair
count that.
flat, I am literally almost 6'1". People have met me in person, even JR Cole and Cortex. They can verify it. So can Paula and Seth. He's 6'2", and you see I'm right there next to him.
Mm,
So
yeah.
firstborns are not evil. Get out of here. All right. What number child are you, Maka?
I'm the 3rd and the last.
Oh, you're the baby. You got
Yeah,
spoiled.
yeah, I was the baby. My dad, even though the age I am, he still calls me his little girl, so,
Aw, that's amazing.
uh,
I was the firstborn, and I don't know about people in the chat. Anybody who's a firstborn, see if you can relate to me. As a firstborn, you're put on that responsibility that you will keep your siblings safe. It's your job to protect them. You have to always give up your time, drag them with you to wherever you're going. You want to go hang out with your friends, take your little sister or brother with you. And it's like, I didn't have these babies. They're not my responsibility. But as
yeah,
the firstborn, you're made to take care of your younger siblings. And if they get in a fight, it's your job to protect them and get in the fight. And that's what was put on my shoulders. So I guess that's why I'm more like the peacekeeper, or the protector to people, because I've always had to be in that role.
right.
So Smart Mouth's the middle child. Socks is the only child. Oh, she's a spoiled one then.
Oh,
Socks. We know you spoiled. See, Jay was firstborn,
yeah,
had to be the living babysitter.
yeah.
She was the baby, Janie was, but she had to take care of her older brother.
Mhm.
It seems like the middle child gets away with so much shit. They're the
Yes,
troublemakers.
yes, that's my brother. He was hell on wheels, as they say.
Victoria's the middle child. Michelle's the baby. So she was coddled and protected.
Mm.
Okay. Spencer's the youngest. It shows. See, you
Ah,
guys, Spencer being the youngest, like you guys, he's spoiled and pampered too. Siegel was the last one, spoil run. I have to admit, my daughter was my last one. I knew she was. And unfortunately, yes, she got away with more. Kay's the baby, another pampered one. Man, we got a lot of you pampered ones in this damn chat today. Where's all our firstborns out here that had to take care of you pampered babies? Damn. See, Justice, yes, the firstborn. We have to be responsible. We learn responsibility at a baby, and then you get the middle children who are the demons, and then the last babies are the spoiled ones, or the only ones.
hey, Kayla.
Kayla's the
Mm.
youngest, so we know she's spoiled.
Oh,
Loki is the oldest, but there's 18 years difference. Mud Digger and her husband are both the baby, so we know those are a pampered couple. How do you two get along when you're both spoiled rotten and you guys want to be spoiled at each other? You guys are crazy.
Oh, well, that's how me and my husband, he's the oldest, and I'm out of his family, and I'm the youngest out of my family. So I thought that that was kind of weird, the different dynamics, because we compared that, being
Yeah.
firstborn and lastborn.
And is there a big
Hmm.
difference? Was he like have to be the responsible one?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
he
Good. All
had to
right.
do everything and take care of his sibling.
Now I can say I think I know why middle children are so bad and get away with their, the way they are. They do at first if the family's got tight money, they're going to get the hand-me-down clothes.
Hmm.
They're always having to be dragged along with their older siblings. They have to try to if the older sibling is better at something, then they always feel like they're competing. So I will give the middle child a little break, but not much because you guys are hell on wheels. And you guys, I know in my family, my ass was always having to get into shit, run her mouth, and I was there having to cover that shit all the time. And then she'd run and tattle. And because she was the middle, I was the oldest. It was always going to be my fault when she was guilty of something because I should have stopped it. Hey, Mariah.
Hey, Mariah.
See, the baby is spoiled rotten. Yep.
Mhm.
So,
That's when I was younger. Like my sister was already gone by the time, I got up there in age. And then my brother, he was kind of in and out, so to speak. They were older. So it was basically just me most of the time.
yep. And I think not only because I wanted to be a cop, but also because being as tall and as strong as I was, um, I think my dad wanted a boy. And so when he got a tomboy, it was perfect. I was able to go everywhere with him. We played basketball, which to me it's a pointless game, guys. No, I didn't. I did not. I was asked to play basketball in school all the time. I didn't. I refused to play. I don't find dribbling a ball and throwing it in a hole. It's like golf. I'm going to stand there and try to get a tiny ball into a tiny hole.
Right.
Now, I liked wrestling because it was more physical. I even liked football, flag football. I played some of that when I in the youth service centers and stuff. When you're younger.
Right.
So I like them kind of sports. I'm more hands on. Husband 6'8", she's 5'2", 4'11", 5'9", and 6'1" and 6'1". Damn, 6'8", and you're 5'2". Damn, Pitbull,
Hmm.
you are a sit and spin, aren't you? He just picks you up, sits you down, and spins. So we said it's off the hip. Whatever comes, comes. So
I was reading some of these.
my digger says we just buy what we want because we're both spoiled. And if he gets too spoiled, she just pushes him out of his chair. So is your man taller than you, Maka, or shorter?
He's a little taller, not much. He's probably, I'd say, about 2 or 3 inches taller than me.
Would height have mattered since you got to know him? Was height a matter of effect with you that you would never date a man the same height or a little shorter?
Yeah, actually, I always liked guys to be quite taller than me. So it
Okay,
was kind of weird at first, but the heart wants what it wants.
that's true. What about the women in the chat? Do you want a man taller? You okay with a man shorter, the same height? For me, um, when Tim came over to introduce himself to me finally, because he just kept staring, I
Uh-huh.
was sitting down and I told him the first thing I said is, I'm over 6 foot tall. You're not quite 6 foot tall. Do you have a problem? So before you even ask me my name and sit down, if you have a problem with me being taller than you, say so now. And you can walk away because some men can't handle it. They're not confident in themselves. Tim's like, it just makes you a little taller to tree to climb. I was like, Okay, I like that. I like that.
Right.
Go ahead. It was funny. It was just a joke. He wasn't like trying to be, a dick. So I told him to sit down. He is, he's only an inch or two shorter. So I couldn't date a guy who was like 5'5", 5'8". There's no
Right.
way. No way I want a guy at my chest level. I want to at
No.
least look you in the eye.
Right.
So yeah. So I don't mind a few inches difference, taller or shorter. They could be 2 feet taller, but only within 2 inches shorter.
Now I did
So
date a guy one time, he came to my chin, and that was yeah, I didn't
that would be
uh,
awkward to me.
yeah, it was a little I mean, it was nice for him, but not so
Yeah.
much for me.
Yeah. He never had to like put himself, strain any muscles doing what he had
Right.
to do. But for me, you're at my chin. I always have to look down. You know what I mean? And I never want to, feel like that. I want somebody I could at least be, if he's only up to, let's say Tim was only 5'9", but he came up and I could still look him in the eyes. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the one thing, Tim never even had problem like when we would go to the military balls or the unit balls.
Mhm.
I would be looking. I love high heels. I think they're beautiful. But at 6 foot, almost one, I have a big foot. You have to. That's what your weight is balanced on for your body.
Right.
Well, there are some high heels that they only go to a certain size, usually a 9 or a 10. But there are now heels out there that you can wear, and there's some beautiful heels. And Tim's like, if they have your size, get them to go with your dress. I'm like,
Right.
no, I'll just get a pair of flats. I said, I don't want to be 4 or 5 inches taller. And he says, Lori, do you think I give a shit about you wearing some heels and you're taller than me because of a pair of shoes? And there's pictures of me wearing a set of heels, but I always try to do about an inch to 2 inch heel.
Right.
But for me, I want to dance. So, because he's a dancer, he could
Well,
do most of the dances that are out there, even today. So I like dancing with him and watching it. So I buy flats because I want to be able to move.
right.
So,
Yeah, it's hard dancing in heels. I
yep.
don't even attempt to try to get into them anymore. I barely could wear them back in the day, let alone now.
If I'm going out with my girlfriends for dinner or something, I have a wedge boot that has like a 2 inch heel, 3 inch heel. Now I'll wear the wedge boot with a pair of skinny jeans with no problem because the little ankle jeans,
Right.
they go good. But most of the time, I'm wearing blue jeans and I'm going to wear my sneakers,
Right.
period.
Later, Victoria. I hope you get feeling better.
Oh, I hope you feel better too, Victoria. Thanks for coming in, even though you didn't feel good. Janie, that's what Tim says. He says, put on those heels, girl.
Right.
He said, "Them's are sexy as hell. You wear those high heels." He likes
Right.
heels. And he is so confident in his own manhood. He
Right.
don't care. And to me, that's sexier than any other appearance thing on a man is the self-confidence
Mhm.
in themselves that they could
Yes.
let their woman next to them shine.
Right.
So, and men, if you have a woman who's always going to have your back and let you shine, that's a keeper. So make sure you're paying attention to that.
Oh, yeah. Because it's taken for granted a lot.
It is. If you think it's just looks, you just remember, as you get
Mhm.
older, looks will fade for
Yes.
everybody. It don't matter who you are. Even
Mhm.
Hollywood. Look at all these these facelifts these Hollywood stars are getting that changes who they look like.
Yes. Oh my God,
Madonna.
there's some freaky looking people.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke. Look at Kenny Rogers. He did
Yeah.
not even look like him when he died.
Mm-mm.
It's sad,
Yeah.
you
Have
know.
you seen the ones that they're doing? I don't think any of the celebrities are doing it, but where they're putting in the cheek and the chin um, implants that's like making them huge.
Oh
You seen
God.
those yet?
No, I haven't.
And next time I run across, I'll have to send you a picture so you can see. God, they're freaky looking. They've got
Now,
like their chins and their cheeks are, I'm wanting to say almost an inch out from like from where they should be.
wow.
Yes.
What about I've saw a video, Tim even played some guys who's trying women and men trying to change their appearance to match a singer or an
Mm,
artist or a movie star.
Yes.
and it comes out so wrong. If you don't look like somebody, why would you have them break your nose, break the bones in your cheek, your
Right.
face? And I'm sorry, you want to get
Mhm.
looked at so you get boobs that stand out so enormous, you got to get G's and H's and you got like a 2-inch waist. You're a
Right.
clown.
Mhm.
Guys only want to get with you because they want to see what those are about, but they're not going to marry you
Mm.
unless if they want a porn star. I mean, then yeah, they might. But and I'm not
Right.
saying the women who do it are porn stars. I'm just saying
No.
in
No.
their mind, that's what they're thinking of, is because those porn stars usually do all that augmentation.
Mhm.
So when they see a normal woman doing all that, they're like, oh, look at those tits, and you
Right.
know what? Natural. Be proud what God gave you.
Yes.
I don't mind people doing Botox. You want to do
Right.
some Botox? You want to get that lipstick that's a lip plumper and
Mhm.
makes your lips. All it does is got little slivers in there that like what chewing tobacco has in your inner lip. It's
Mhm.
almost stuff like that, and it tingles and it swells up your
Oh god,
lips.
that stuff hurts. I tried that one time. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That stuff hurts so bad. Well, I mean, not so bad, I shouldn't say that, but it's like it feels like your lips are on fire.
it does. And then you're walking around
Mm.
like you got those fish lips. Come on,
Yes.
what is it with women taking pictures and sticking their lips out to look like a fish?
Oh my, I hate that. I hate when people take selfies and do that. That drives me crazy. That's
And
one of my
point
pet
to it.
peeves.
They
Yes.
point to it. I'm like, you look
Yes.
like a fish. That's not sexy, honey.
Mhm.
And quit putting your body on display when you walk out in public. Like, I understand wearing a bikini to the beach and, and look and say, but when you got everything but just the bottom of your nipples sticking out, or you've got a pair of shorts on that you have everything, including your lips hanging out,
Right.
honey, they're looking at you like, oh, that's one that I can have sex with, but I can't. I don't want her. That ain't a wife that I'd walk down the street proud to say that's my wife. I'll
Right.
say
You
that's
wouldn't
my
take her
girlfriend.
home.
Yep,
Yeah.
I hit it. You asked
Regardless.
questions today, Jimmy. Where?
Uh,
What kind of questions did you ask? Did I miss them? And you asked us questions and I missed them. I apologize if we did. But women do think that guys like those duck faced lips,
yeah.
and there's guys who do. And
Yeah.
why? What is it?
I, I don't
They're
know.
not real. They're not going to be puckered up while they're trying to do something else for you. So you could fantasize about big lips, but if they ain't real,
Is there any of the guys that can explain that to us, maybe
yes,
in the
please.
chat? Because
Loki
I
said,
don't get it.
Loki said plastic titties are disgusting. I don't care how big they are. The nips are the most important.
Well, they couldn't feel like natural. I don't
Mm-mm.
know.
I think the saline today might, because it is water.
Yeah.
But oh, she asked a friend about the fish lips today. Kata says
Oh,
people say she looks like Hot Lips Houlihan from MASH, and then she's like, yuck. So she don't do, yeah.
no, no. I just don't understand those.
Yep. Now I understand there's people who have really tiny, tiny lips and you can't
Mhm.
see them and they want to wear lipstick or something. So they might have a little injection. Make them normal. That's one
Right.
thing. And
Right.
I'm not against plastic surgery. If people are unhappy and they need to feel confident and that's the only way, do
Right.
it.
Right.
But make sure it's reputable and it's what you want. Hey, witch from the past.
Hey, witch.
Make sure it's something that you want for yourself, for your confidence. Don't do it to fit in with society or to catch a man or a woman. Do it because it's you and it's for your own self. Never
Right.
get and if a guy says, "I date you, but your tits are too small. If you had boobs, and go do them so that you could be with that guy." Because if he's telling that to you,
Mhm.
he's not going to stay.
No.
Because if he got you to do it, then there's going to be another woman just like you, gullible to do what he wants.
Mhm.
Says, I guess it was just what all the girls would be doing it. She's guilty of doing it. Rachel is too.
Mm.
So
I'd say once you start, I mean, it's like any habit. Once you start it, it's kind of, you can't help but do it.
my daughter asked me to do it once with her for a picture so we looked alike. And when we took that screenshot, I deleted it off my phone. I said, I look ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't want my lips looking like another part of your anatomy.
Yeah, just like what Witch said up there. It
Oh, did
made me
she
laugh.
say
Yeah, she said duck lips equal looks like a
a butt?
butthole, a butt.
Oh. All
The
right, witch.
pronunciation
There
sound.
you go. See? Way people should get their boobs done if they're small, in my opinion. See, if they're small, or if you've had a breast removal,
Right.
or I do think that if you're just doing it because you feel self-conscious, your body's not, maybe they're not too small, but maybe your body is bigger than your breast, so it doesn't feel like you are proportionate.
Mhm.
So, but you should never do it to get attention. Hey, Slayback. We are having a
Like,
great night. Thank you for coming by and showing support. I appreciate it. But don't do it because somebody else wants it. Do it because it's something that you feel that you're lacking, or it will help your own self confidence.
right.
So
Yeah,
Loki
never.
says if he sees a woman doing fake ass lips, he wants to go up there and just flick them.
I could see that. And why could I see Loki doing that too?
I could see him not doing it because his respect for women, but I could see him
Oh,
wanting
yeah.
to.
But
And
yeah,
he'd have that devilish look in his
yeah,
eye. I could see that. And he'll be
yeah,
looking, and I could see him making the symbol to like his buddies, like,
yeah.
I'm gonna flick that. But yet I know that he would never go up to a woman and do that. Because
Right.
I don't see it.
No.
I cannot see him being disrespectful to a woman. But I can
Yeah.
see him thinking about it out
Yeah.
loud.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely can see that.
Yeah.
Exactly. My money, I want to do stuff like go on
Mhm.
vacations, drive the car I want to drive, like my Corvettes, my Camaros. Tim wants to drive his pickup trucks, and when he has a little need for speed, his ticket proved it last night when I went over his damn ticket. He got another one. He can speed in his truck. Yeah, he went in a tiny little Georgia town,
Oh,
and they're playing
oh,
the con game where you will admit to being guilty and they won't report it to your insurance. But if you don't, they're going to report it to your insurance and put a point on your license. But they're not going to reduce your rate, though.
right,
Tim asked to see the last time it was calibrated, and he wanted to see the speed that he clocked him at because he
right.
said, I have my crew set. I can prove it. Cop says, I don't have to show you anything. Technically, they do
Uh,
have to show you calibrations,
uh,
but he's in a tiny little town and they
yeah,
know he's out of state. He ain't
yeah,
coming back to fight it in court. And what are you going to
yeah.
do? Go to a court to a judge in a tiny little town like that? He's going to side with his people.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
So,
small towns are corrupt. I'm
yep.
sorry, but every small town, it seems like I lived in one, gosh, for about 8 or 9 years, and I mean, it was so corrupt.
Hey, Adama, how you doing? Good to see
Hey,
you.
Payne.
For me, I'll tell you this. Tim got a ticket in a bigger area, and it's half of what this little town is for the almost the exact same speed. 1 mile off in the same realm, put it that way.
Right.
If it's over 10 to 20 miles an hour, he paid one price for one town, 1 mile over in the same bracket, and it was double.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. When I about choked, when they told me the amount of that ticket, I literally choked. And like, wait a minute, did you just say it was this much? Yes, ma'am. How is it that nobody else has a price for that kind of ticket? Well, maybe
Oh
he
my
shouldn't be
gosh.
speeding in our town. I was like,
Uh,
shit, even their clerks are bitches. I'm like, nope. I said,
uh,
Tim, just plead fucking guilty. Sign the plea agreement so that our license or your license and our insurance don't go up because you got caught in a speed trap. Hey, Ricky.
hey, Ricky.
And he waits till almost the last minute to give me the damn ticket. Oh, by the way, Lori, this happened last month.
Oh,
What? What?
it's like, oh, come on now.
He does that. So I'm like, fine. I got to pay the damn thing.
Right.
So I should say, you know what? I'm taking my paycheck from my job and I'm going over here. I know people say I don't work, but yeah,
Uh,
it's a shame. If you already knew about our finances, you'd see my income if you really knew what you're
Right,
talking about. But it's okay. I
right.
don't mind. Hey, let me another new name.
Lemmy, Lemmy, Lemmy.
Lemmy likes to go and play with people's snakes and kill them. Okay. How do you know when their snakes are dead, Lemmy? You telling on yourself.
Oh gosh.
I hope everybody's having a good day. You having a good day, Maka?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Um I worked on my stairs. I'm redoing them and stripping the paint off of them. So I got a couple feet done on that, and then so it's been pretty productive so far, and it's pretty here today. So I know we were supposed to get some well, if I can spit it out, some snow over the weekend. We're supposed to get a pretty good snowstorm, like between
Damn.
ice and snow or something other. So got to get prepared for that.
Welcome, Kobe and Rachel. You have a good day at work. Be safe, and I hope it's a fun day. I posted to everybody what our forecast is for the whole month of January, and it's between 60 and 65
Oh
every
man,
day for January. We have 2 cold days. Friday, we're going to have some rain come in. It'll be 49 for the high. But then Saturday we're back up in the 60s with 40s for the low
oh
for the
man.
month of January. And that's usually our weather down here. It's
Wow,
freaky when we get snow. But it disappears within hitting the warm ground.
wow. I love snow. People think I'm crazy, but I love cold weather. I'd move to Alaska if I could.
Wow.
Yes, I love the cold and the snow. There's just something about it.
It's pretty to look at on a picture for me, but I don't want to. I don't mind a couple days if it were to snow. But to
Uh,
me, when we had 119 and higher temps as a steady temperature for us through July, August, and September, half of September, I could be at 90 degrees year round with a low of 60. Make it cooler in the evening, even 50s. As long as you give me my 80s and 90s in the day, I'm in heaven.
well, see, I'm not a big like, I dread summer because
Wow.
it's so hot and just I have trouble breathing outside when it's like the humidity's real high.
Right.
But I don't know, I just love the cold. People think I'm crazy, but I love it.
I don't, I get you. There are people who do. By the way, Tim is working on a banner for me that says off the hip with Maka and Lori.
Oh,
So it's coming. It's just I had an off the hip banner, but he set up my own StreamYard for me.
uh,
And trying to make all my banners and stuff that a lot of the stuff he forgot to transfer over, but it's got to be, have your name on it too. So it's coming.
uh,
So
oh, well, that's sweet.
well, I appreciate that, Lemmy. I do have. Hey, Scooter Baggins, how you doing? He
Yes,
said
Michelle.
winters. He says Maka winters are his favorite seasons too.
Uh,
He's going to have a wicked storm this Sunday too.
uh, oh man. Hey,
Wow.
Scooter. Yeah,
I guess if you're up north like that, you got to love it.
yeah,
Loki last year was negative 50 degrees. There was negative 80 in some parts of where he's at. You've got to love it to stay up there. That's all I can
yeah,
say. I just, oh,
yeah.
once I'm cold, I can't get warm.
Oh, so Scooter must be getting the snow, probably the storm that's fixing to hit us. I bet you over the
Uh,
weekend. I bet you he's gonna like it's traveling his way.
and him being so
But
far up north, he'll probably
yes.
get hit so hard.
Oh yeah. I
Wow,
agree with Michelle though.
Scooter said Lori and not Lori's World for the first time. He usually
Oh.
always shouts me out as Lori's World. Hey, Scooter. Thanks. And when people call me Mrs. or I always feel uncomfortable. I like being we're all equals. I'm just Lori on here.
Oh,
Nobody has to show me any more respect than I show them. So and
mm,
they're like, no, it's respect because you've
yes.
shown, and I'm like, I know, but And if they have to say it because that's how they were, I don't have a problem. But I truly am okay with everybody just saying, "Hey, Lori," you
Right.
know. Tim
No.
don't mind being called Tim or Triple T either. I mean, we're just that's why we put our names out here. We're okay. We're we don't find ourselves above anybody.
No.
So
That's a lot of people. It's respect. I mean, you guys have got a lot of respect in the community.
I
And
know. And I respect Filthy, I respect JM and
mhm,
Naughty and you guys, but I
yeah,
just for me, I can't do like, hey, Miss Maka, or you're Maka to me. It's a way to show that I consider you my equal, that I don't feel that you're above or below me. It's just a way that I'm treating you how I want to be. So,
right.
oh, he said we could call him Joey.
Joey.
That's one of my favorite songs, though, too.
Uh,
And I think it's from Non Blondes or Concrete. Oh, I'm trying to remember who sings it. It's the song Joey Baby, and it's
uh,
from the 80s or early 90s.
uh,
Michelle says she gets lazy because she just uses Lori's World a lot because she gets lazy with the keyboard. It's just easier to go at, and my name pops up. Well, thank you, Lemmy. I do try to be
oh,
down to earth, and so does Maka.
yes.
Well, not try. Concrete Blonde. Thank you, Loki. I knew you would know too. But that's one of my favorite songs is Joey. See, Scooter, I'm going to call you Scooter. Unless people
Sure.
put their real name on here, I
Oh,
might know your real names. I know a lot of people's real names. I will never use people's real names. I'm going to go because unless you're using your real name, I refuse to put it out there. I don't care if you've already been doxxed. I
oh,
won't. I'm going to respect what you wanted to be. So to me, you're Scooter, Janie's Janie, Michelle's Michelle, Loki's Loki, Lemmy's Lemmy. I don't care if I know your real names. I'm not going to use them. And I'll have people say, "Hey, you can call me this." No, thank you for trusting me, but nope. I just I can't. I don't want to ever use somebody's name. I'm going to call you what you come on by.
Joseph, he feels like he's getting yelled at.
Hey, Harley. Who gets used? It feels like they're being yelled at.
Scooter, he said when
Oh,
they say somebody feels, or when somebody calls him Joseph, he feels like he's getting yelled at.
well, I'll tell you what, if you misbehave, Scooter, because everybody knows if they've done something that I don't, I'm going to be honest and I'll be like, just like I did Seth, and something else happened today that I told them I thought was wrong and they needed to fix it. But then I was like, you know what? It's not my business. I don't have to like what people do. But if you get out of line, watch, I will in IG say, Joey, now you know, but no, I can't. I'm not, because I'm nobody's mama. I like to play the peacekeeper. Even Roland says, I'm a peacekeeper behind the scenes because I just hate drama. I really do.
Yeah,
But I understand that it has to be done and I've been involved in it but I've never started it. So I've got that. So,
right.
uh-oh. Harley is a Harley. Yes, she
Oh,
is. That's her
hey,
genuine
Harley.
name. People always tell her she's posing, that's not her name. It is literally on her birth certificate. She is Harley Davidson. I don't know why people just think that she's not that name, but she is really
Mhm.
Harley. So
Hey, Harley.
I always want to say Harley, Harley, Harley. I
Yeah,
don't know why, but I just always want to say
well,
that.
to make you feel any better, I go run, run.
You do okay. See, we say it in our heads. It's like Harley, 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 rum, rum, rum. Yeah. So,
I do goofy stuff though, so
yeah. So, and like Wacky Jackie, I don't
mhm.
like calling her Wacky or Jackie, but so I'll do it either way. Sometimes I'll
Yeah,
say Wacky, sometimes I'll say Jackie.
yeah,
And it's just how I am. I'm not going to send because there's so many, and I'm one. I don't know about you, Maka. Tim just does a blanket, hey everybody, and whenever he's got 100 people saying hi to him,
mm,
he does
mm,
not have the time to sit there and because usually he goes in to show support, but he's working on his own stuff.
right,
I literally will try to hit individual names so that everybody knows that I respect that you took the time to say hi to me. I'll pause the chat and go
right.
back. Okay, this person, instead of doing one giant group
Yeah,
hello, I will try to hit every single person and let you know I saw you. I appreciate you calling me by my name. I'm going to let you know that I'm going to give you the same respect. It's a hard on a bitch to do it though. I'm going to tell you, it's hard on me. I have to pause it. I can't go fast when those chats are spinning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Menace, and there's your future ex
Oh,
husband. He said.
oh, oh, hi. How you doing, Menace? How you doing?
The conversation was so off the wall last night, but he says, well, maybe for Macha, I can see that. You have to watch it. I said, now she is happily married. He said, oh, I'm joking. I said, yes, and she will too. I just had to put the disclaimer out there. Menace
Right.
knows you're married.
You're right.
So it's just about fun and trolling, and, because we could all do that.
Oh, yeah.
I was teasing Loki hard in Luna's the other night
Mm,
in the den. So she's
mm,
already watching the live minutes. It's up there. She gonna see what you said. I ain't
right.
snitching.
I'm replay gang.
Yeah. She don't stay up that late. We were up, damn. And usually Vinny was up there too, but he had to drop off because work. He stayed up there, I think, to 11:44. HBR stayed up there a little bit, but of course the night, it's late. I think we went to like 2:30 or 3 in the morning.
Oh,
And
God.
usually Menace he's like, oh my
Mm,
God. And I was like, oh, that's right. You got to work. I know you got to jump down. He's like, no, I'm on vacation. I'm like, well, okay, then your ass is staying up here until we end it.
right.
Yeah. Hey, for me, the only Red Wings that I'm about is the hockey team.
Uh,
Yeah, the conversation.
mm,
But you know what? That's what late night's about. There is no
right.
rules, no reason, no rhymes. It's whatever we go, we go. So
Right. No.
we even made him almost throw up because I said Tim didn't bleach his beard. It went red for another reason.
Oh,
Menace is
Lord.
like, "Eh, eh." I
Oh,
gotcha. And
gosh.
Justice, you know what? Like, my real name's Lori, so it's nice to meet you, Justice. Like I said, I definitely, no, I'm not going to but Tim smeared some jelly on his face for me and came over and went to Menace, and he's like, this is what it looks like, Menace, and took his tongue and was like licking his
Oh, my
fingers.
gosh.
Menace is like, bleh. Me, Sin, JJV, the chat, we were all just laughing our asses off. It was so funny. So his wife was teasing him all day today. She must have watched. It was not disgusting. It's just jelly. He just painted a graphic picture for you.
Right. Sometimes people need the visuals.
Yeah, it is what it is. So Tim is not going to hell for that. It was a joke, though. His wife was probably like in his face, turning around, like twerking in front of him, like, you see that butt, Menace? You see that butt? It's okay, Michelle. You go where you have to go. I know we're running a half hour late, so I know we're a half hour behind. We would have already been done. So we appreciate anybody who did come by. I know that other people
Yes.
go live at this time. So, hey, Nickel G, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you, or good to see you.
Mm,
So I do know everybody has the right, like I said, I'm not one that believes that I'm going to get mad if anybody steps on my time, or, and I'm going to go live when I go live, and they can go live when they go live. And I'll still, sometimes you'll see me, I'll jump over into a chat on my own live just to show support.
Yeah.
Why do you get called Angel? So people started calling you Angel. So it's her nickname.
Oh.
Oh, she was referring to the jelly talk. Okay. Oh, she was swapping out to other channels. She didn't know how much more of the red
Oh,
jelly.
okay.
Got you. Okay, Michelle, I got you. But you have to admit, we made you laugh. That's what last night was about.
Right.
It was my first live since the new year, and you know, I knew it. We kept it as sisters for the first half. Well, the very beginning, the first 30 minutes went off the rail. We had Sin up there, we had Tim, and we had Menace. So we knew it was going to go off the rails at first. And me and Holly were just laughing so hard. I had to pull, and then Cashville came up. We had to pull the gang back into the part of sisters, which was the round table of questions.
Right.
Well, then the questions, they were answered and nobody else had questions. So Sin made a remark. I said, okay, that's Sin's question. So that's how we started that. And then Menace made a comment. I was like, okay, well, that's going to be Menace's question. How come everybody? And it took a mind of its own. It took a mind of its own. And next thing we know, it's 4.5 hours live. And I'm like, I have never done more than, I think, 2 hours, 45 minutes, maybe well, I did a 3.5, but it had to be done. But no, I can't, but we were all laughing so hard. My damn mouth hurt, my cheeks. I did more laughing than talking last night. So,
That's what
and
you
Maka was invited. There's Grey Wolf. Yep. And he came
oh,
in there talking
hey,
about
Grey
his
Wolf.
prep and sending pictures. And
I've
there's,
heard about his pictures.
woo. Don't tell him he won't send you something, because Grey Wolf will send you pictures. And some of those pictures are, woo. He ain't lying.
Really, Menace.
Well, okay. Well, you are nice to me, Justice. So if they call you Angel, then they definitely have a reason for it, I guess. For sure. And Harley received some of those pictures the other night too. We were getting some
Oh,
pictures
Lord.
and it was like, what the hell are we looking at? But wow, it was crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to finish watching.
Oh yeah, and so Jeffrey came in, and the way the conversation was going, Outlaw Nation has a song called U Turn. Jeffrey comes in, he's like, what the hell did I come into? He's like, I think I'm going to do what New Breed said, take a U turn.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I'm glad you had fun too last night. Hey, Bonnie, how you doing? It's good to see you.
Hey, Bonnie.
I know so many people had so much stuff in real life going on last year. So I really do. My wishes for everybody is that this year does bring a better year for all of us.
Yes.
And just remember, I put the quote out there. You're never going to know what you're capable of if you always are worried what the haters are
Mhm.
saying, because it's their job to keep you looking backwards and not doing you, because they're worried and they know where you're going. And so we just got to keep looking forward.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, Justice, Justice. Knowing you ain't got some of those pictures, oh, you shouldn't have said that. When people say, I didn't get any pictures, you got Harley in the chat, Grey Wolf's in the chat, you got me on the panel, you got Menace. Everybody here, Justice only gets funny IG messages, guys.
Well, I've gotten some pretty funny pictures.
Oh, yeah, you have got some funny pictures.
I showed my husband one of them. He said, "What the?"
I know which one. Isn't it what I think it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, "Hey, if I got to see it, you do too."
And it doesn't make him anything because there's really nothing there. So he's okay.
Right.
That's what even a couple people said. But, anyways,
Oh, gosh.
so
Anyway.
we did run behind. Maka, you had a few things you wanted to ask the chat, a little game, a couple questions. And
Oh,
me, would you like to, or do you want to save that for next week?
um, it's up to you. I know it's 1:30. What have we been on here for about almost a
Hour and a half.
hour?
Yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock. And I know Wednesdays, a lot of people go live.
Yeah.
Doesn't Rick and Moses go live on Wednesdays?
Oh, yeah. I think
Is it?
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if they've got one scheduled. I haven't
And
looked today.
Tim might have
Hmm.
one. So, Maka, you had anything special coming up this week? I know we have our Wednesdays, but have you decided to do a channel, or are you going on anybody else's panel? You got a show with somebody else? Anything that you want to do?
No, I'm not. You're the only one I do any shows with. Um, I have been I've got my goal for this month that I'm going to, I've got to get my channel going. I am going to work on that. I'm determined to do that because I've been enjoying this. It's really fun interacting and like, getting to know people and stuff.
Yep.
I don't know which way I want it to go yet. That's my problem. I had me an intro done and I was gonna post it and then I was like, I don't know, that just don't feel right. So I went back and restarted again and I don't know. But
What
that's one
you
thing.
I'm going to be in that chat supporting you.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to have, and I know everybody in this chat adores you too. So you're going to already have support. So, and you've been around enough now to know, uh, how to handle
Yes.
the negative, I guess is
Yes.
what you could say. So definitely going to do that. Everybody,
Yeah.
I have a new recipe out today. I don't know who's been to TGI Fridays restaurants, but they have this chicken and shrimp skillet where they bring out this skillet with the cheese melted on it with the onions, peppers, and stuff.
Oh,
And I don't like the shrimp, but I love the cheesy chicken fajita kind of style. So I actually made a cheesy fajita chicken dinner without the peppers, just onions and stuff. So there is a
right.
recipe out. Um, so if anybody wants to check it out, the video's up for this week. Um, I have, let's see, what's going on? What's me and Brookie have our Thursday shows, but it's the doctor appointment in Texas for me this Thursday once a month. So with her internet being down right now, we won't have a live tomorrow. And
Okay.
then tomorrow night, I get my grandbaby early. I get to have,
Um,
so I will be off the internet. I might be in a
mm,
chat, like if he's taking a nap or he's playing with his tablet or his toys. I will always come on a chat and show support. But I won't be live at all this weekend. And Tim, if he goes live, it's going to be on location because he
mm,
will be with New Breed for the
nice.
next 5 days, starting on Thursday. So he will be at that concert in Indiana at Fort Wayne.
Oh,
um, if anybody's near that area and you want to hit him up for a lunch or just to meet and greet, even if you're not going to the concert, he'll be glad to meet up with you, like outside the gate before the show. He won't have I don't know if he'll have his vehicle because Newbie wants him to ride up with them. So I don't know if he's on the bus or if he's
mm,
going to be in a vehicle or his own vehicle. So I know they're riding together in something, but there's going to be a lot of artists up there. That he's going to be around and talking to. So there's going to be some videos coming out when he gets
nice.
back. So once he puts them together, edits everything he's got to, uh, and then he'll be back. And then I guess his new show is starting. He advertised it with him, Reaction in Cashville, getting artists to get up there, and they're not going to be a popularity winner. The winner is going to be based on actual real artists who are judging. There'll be Hard Target, New Breed, artists that are established that are going to be coming in and judging the actual new artists coming up for
Oh,
prizes. So
nice.
yeah, so it's a whole different
Mm,
setup for artists who want to get their music out there.
mm,
So for beginners, these aren't for people who've already
right.
made it. These are for people, the MTP group, like Jacksonville Joe, like um little fella, if he wants to submit and come in, or anybody who does the music and wants to get in there. It's
Right.
open. So
Very cool. I can't
except
wait.
except for there are a few who will not be invited, so that
Right.
so
Oh, yeah.
um it's for people deserving, and you know
Mm.
that's what it's for. So
Oh, yeah. People
but
that are actually serious about it.
yep. So
That'll be nice. I hope to see like more um, women or girls, chicks, however you want to say it. I'd like to see some more
women.
girls, yeah,
Yep.
women going into independent and stuff. I've been searching for one. I checked out that Emily Elkins.
Yes,
She's got a beautiful voice.
she does. And she's
So,
supposed to be getting back to it. A mic, she's got the right mic now. Um there was a couple people. I won't.
mm,
Well, I'm gonna pull them out. I helped with Menace, and Menace had it, and he got it to her. He made sure she got it,
oh,
and so she can get back. But she's so talented. She also helps
yes.
Nefarious. She does his mixing and helps him with his video or his music. So she's very talented young woman, and still has her real life that she does her own that she has to do. So she's been encouraged to put more music out there. So
Awesome.
yeah, I'd like to see her get up on a stage at an open concert, at like sometimes Outlaw Nation, when they're in Tennessee, they will let people come up and show what they've got on their
Mm,
breaks when they're not singing, because they do it all days. I'd like to see like Menace and
Mhm.
Dragon and Emily, get up there, and Neff, and just show what they've got. Joe,
Right.
get them up there on
Yes.
the stage.
Yes.
So
Hey, Yankees.
there's T Dam again. Hey
T
Yankees, how
Dam.
you doing?
She's such a sweetheart.
She is. So when she gets attacked too, it hurts me
Mm,
because and for
mm,
people who don't know, the reason she calls me her wife and I call her my beautiful hubby. She was accused. We were all accused that she was really Tim trolling
oh,
people when Tim had no trolling account. And
yeah.
she had already been on panel and proved she was a woman. But these people had said that she was my husband. So now
Well,
she's my YouTube hubby.
there you go. That's what a lot of people don't understand. There's things that I've said, like in chats and stuff, just not really, like just to have fun, nothing serious, or I'm not, you know, it's all
Yep.
about the fun
Yeah. And
when
if
they
people
take it
have,
serious.
yeah, and if people have problems with other people, just remember
Mhm.
I'm nobody's mom, and
Right,
whoever's fighting you, those two people are adults and they
right,
can handle it. They don't need moms or dads. So, if depending on how outrageous or egregious the thing is,
right,
then I might say, you know what, I got to step back because I don't believe in that being done,
right,
and that's why I would pull away. Not because you get up and you offended somebody, or they don't
right,
like you, you don't like them. So that's how I'm going to
right,
move forward on how that's how I am. I have to get to know people on how they treat me, give them the same vibe back until I see something that's egregious,
right,
that's so bad and disgusting that I can't be associated with that.
right.
So, all right. With that being said, guys, I know people are getting ready to go live at 6, and I thought somebody else does a Wednesday show before Rick and Moses, but I can't remember. T Dam says she's moving in with all that food and the temperatures. You don't have to have a tent. I have a little. I built a outdoor movie playroom for Jackson. We just got to finish insulating the roof, the inside. The roof's already been shingled. The bottom's insulated. The walls. There's power. You could put a heater, a TV. You could be living out there. You don't have to live in no tent.
Oh,
You know what, Justice? Look up the group Liliac. They are an independent rock group, and it's a woman rocker, and she sings the men's rock songs, and she's amazing. It's Liliac. Tim has done reactions on the Dog Pound Reactions channel. I don't know how to spell their name correctly. I don't want to give you the wrong, but if you go to his channel, the link will be in the Dog Pound. Scroll down. He's done them. They're an amazing girl rock band. It's a family, actually.
mhm.
So, all
Nice.
right. We're going to let you go, guys. You go have dinner. Go enjoy your time. I don't know if Tim's going live tonight. He probably will because he will be mobile tomorrow.
Mhm.
So, which we all know, Tim always talks when he puts his YouTube on and goes live, but
Right,
he can't read the chat. So just remember, you're in there showing support. He's driving. Don't let him read the chat.
right,
So
right. Don't
I don't
raise
want
and drop.
another damn ticket.
Right.
And I got him a radar, but he doesn't understand there is a brand new system out there called Nadar. I was told about it, that you
Oh,
can't pick it up. And some smaller towns are using drones over the highway, and they'll report
oh,
it to the police that, hey, coming up this many miles away, you're going to have a group of cars speeding. Tim
oh.
said there were 4 of them. Well, Tim had the out of state plates.
Uh,
So be careful. There it is.
well,
It's Liliac, Liliac. Thank you, Denise. They are an amazing girl or a family rockers, but she's a female lead singer, and damn, she can rock.
mm,
She plays those rock
check her out.
songs, and yeah,
I
I
love
think
good rock.
I think you'll like her. I actually like the group. And
Uh,
man, can she hit those guys screechy notes? Oh my goodness, she can do
oh,
it.
oh,
Yeah,
thank you, Rip It.
and some things, Shady J, our
Mm,
radars are not going to pick up anymore.
that's
But
crazy.
always look ahead, especially in the daytime. I don't ever speed at night. I set mine for 5 over at night on cruise control. I
Mm,
will never speed because you can't see.
no,
In the daytime, you could look at least, a good mile, mile and a half ahead of you.
yeah,
So Yeah. All right. You guys have a blessed night. Thank you for coming out and supporting me and Maka. Maka, as always, I'm so glad you come up and you're my co-host.
I'm glad to be here, and thank you for having me.
No problem. You did
Mm.
pretty good for your throat being so sore.
Yeah, it's scratchy. It's really like just scratchy and just I think it's where I've been out in the cold.
Well, you're probably, for me, that was my
Mm.
first sign was my throat started getting sore. So be careful, start taking your vitamin D
Yeah.
and vitamin C and getting yourself up there.
Yeah, I got my tea right now. I'm sipping on it, so I think
Sounds
that's helped a lot.
Yep. There's the link if you wanted
Oh,
it, but
okay.
like I said, if you can't click it in the chat, well, yeah, I guess if you go down there, you could click on it as soon as
Yeah,
we end. But
yeah.
um, you guys have a blessed day. I will see you Sunday night. We do have a special, the challenge that was supposed to be done in December. You're going to have some of the late night crew. You're going to have the street team crew, and you have menacing threat protections crew. We have a three-way. Maria is also joining us too from the paranormal community, but
Nice.
there's going to be 7 to 9 of us. We have our new challenge coming out. I think it's the 20. I haven't advertised it yet. I had to make sure everybody was on board, but it looks like it will be the 21st. So be ready because this one is going to be one that's going to have you all laughing and all of us, most of us on the panel, not enjoying ourselves one damn bit. I don't want to
Can't
do
wait.
it. Loki doesn't want to do it. HBR does not want to do it. There, Brookie had volunteered for it, but when she found out, her and Golden were like, "What the hell did we say yes to?" But
Oh Lord.
they're still going to do it. So this one's going to be bad. This one was Stacks. He
Uh,
picked this challenge.
oh.
So you can imagine. I guess since he was supposed, they most people did my ant cookies. They did the Harry Potter disgusting jelly bean challenge.
Yes. Yes, those were
Now
great.
Stacks got to pick this challenge. So we're having a
Uh-oh.
three-way competition. Will the menacing music group win? Will the street team music team win? Or will members of the late night crew win? Who will be the last one standing? We'll only get one winner, but they'll have bragging rights for their team.
Oh,
Who's going to be the last one standing?
oh,
And Triple T is the host. So we don't know. And he's always harder on me. You see, he picks on me
oh,
the
yeah.
worst. So it's not looking good for people of the late night crew. Just got to tell you. But he's going to be the host. So I don't even know what he's going to do because he always changes it up on us. Even though I think
No,
I know what he's doing, he'll come in and I'm like, that's not what you said we were doing. I
right.
said, so I'm the host.
He's got to
So
keep you on your toes. He
he
can't give
does.
you the advantage.
Yeah, the one thing he won't do is cheat. So I got to give him credit. He won't even cheat for his wife. So look at that.
There you
Now,
go.
we got cheated by people in our own team for, stacks on those ant cookies, and it was just for fun, guys. I was never really mad. That's why we played the
Right.
videos back and forth. It was all about uh fun for you guys. Like, look, they're going at it and stuff like that. It really wasn't fun. I know some people took it like, damn, look at Lori. She's triggered. No,
No,
everybody thinks Lori gets triggered. No,
no.
no, no, no. So it's not. But all
Right.
right, you guys, have a great day. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Go out and support your other creators today that are going live. And me and Maka look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. We're gonna 4 o'clock. Like I said, dogs had to go to the vet and they were barking. I got a little behind. It's my fault we started late. So I'm glad you guys all still stuck with us for our time frame. Um,
Yes.
so we appreciate each and every one of you.
Thank
Have
you,
a
guys.
blessed day. You want to say goodbye real quick, Micah?
Have a good week, everybody, and I'll see y'all on the streets.
Stay safe and remember, rise above, don't go down.
Right.